Hello again, this is Roman Gray bringing you another episode of Savage. This one is Savage number 2, The Gathering. Still no male voice acting yet, but we'll see about getting that the next time I upload a comic. So I hope you all enjoy. See you next time. The next comic will be updated next month. Okay, see ya. It was 2 weeks since the end of the Demon's Festival, and the last time the night would fall on Alben's kingdom. The disappearance of the kingdom would cause massive economic problems. Alben's kingdom was a major trader in goods and resources. The kingdom had mines of iron, silver, and copper. It also traded cotton, fine woods, and spices. But the goods Alben's kingdom provided fell off after the last Demon's Festival. Then as time passed, gaps began to form in the goods Alben's kingdom provided. This led to shortages, making costs on many goods go up. In order to combat this, the nations on the continent of Cibella began to use reserve materials and began to produce more goods to keep costs down. In order to understand what exactly was going on with Alben and his kingdom, the leaders of Uri, Alnea, Rostax, Walnaya, Helios, and Raxus called a summit. They needed Alben to explain what happened to his trade route. To their knowledge, none of the other nations had attacked Alben and his people. But when Alben didn't show up to the summit on the second day, the leaders grew increasingly concerned. What should we do? Princess Runelay was the youngest at the summit. She rules over the elven kingdom of Uri in the Riverlands to the south of Alben's kingdom. We should attack and take their resources for ourselves, King Rex announced forcefully. King Rex, Lord of Rustox. He was leader of the Beastmen of Rustox and a very powerful warrior. We don't even know what happened. Besides, you just want the iron and silver mines. I wonder why you would hunger for them so feverishly. Lady Anastasia, the queen of the fairies in Annalay, and was very wise. I think we should send a small group in to investigate, Graykin stated coolly. Graykin wasn't the ruler of Rustox, but he was the best engineer they had, and a former politician. One from each nation, the strongest from each, to be fair. We must know why this happened before we make any other moves, Lord Rook stated. Lord Rook, King of Walnaya, and one of the strongest and most powerful knights, and a brilliant tactician. We must consider Urdra's prophecy and the Demon's Festival, the light stated. The light was hooded and cloaked, with only its shining face exposed. It was the leader of Helios, and no one knew what it was. What about it? Rex asked, annoyed. Isn't it about time for the prophecy to be fulfilled? I don't see how that's my problem, Rex replied. If it's true, then it will be everyone's problem. Did it not state the end of the world would come when an event like this would happen? We did detect a large surge in demons and dark energy, but it resulted in next to nothing, Graykin explained. So, we are putting stock in something that happens every year, and the powers that grew this year resulted in nothing? Rex said, folding his arms. I'm inclined to agree with Rex. We have no reason to believe the prophecy is true until it is proven. But we should keep in mind all outcomes until this is settled, Lord Rook stated firmly. Is this satisfactory? Very well, Rex grumbled. Soon after, a group of 6 heroes were brought together. They were Clea, a black mage from Raxus, Wesker, an angel from Helios, Mason, an engineer from Rustox, Ruby, a fairy from Alnea, Ryu, a shinobi from Uri, lastly, Winter, a warrior from Walnaya. You are hereby ordered to determine why trade and communications has stopped from the central state. Send regular communications. Is that clear? Lord Rook ordered. Yes, sir, the heroes said together. The six traveled across the border of Rust Tucked into Alben's kingdom. They couldn't help but feel that they had forgotten something. It seemed important, but no one could put their finger on it. But they put it out of their minds for now, and set out towards Alben's kingdom. Elsewhere, the young man and Savage were on the road. They were traveling towards Alben's kingdom. It was the nearest place they could find, work, and get supplies. The investigations group arrived at their first town. They went in only to find no one. Stalls were left as they were, unattended. The windows on the homes were blacked out. The streets were empty and bare. Clea opened a door to one of the homes, only to look into a black void of nothing.